few minutes. How many people are there? One. Let's go. That's right. 5 minutes. Start now. Have you guys started reading the case studies at least once? Yeah. Because once you read it, then what I'll tell you will make sense to you. Such a detailed case study and it was done somewhere around 90s. It's surprising that others cannot replicate in the same. That's difficult. You know, it cannot be imitated. Yeah. That is what the management. You can buy a technology, you can buy a laptop, M2, yeah. You can buy a new aircraft, but implementing the managerial principle, it's easier said than that. I appreciate your approach. Gyan is there, but
yeah, you have everything. You can even hire those managers here, but
even then they may not be able. Many variables are needed. But your approach is very good. But it's an interesting case today, right?
Yes. This is Southwest. I found it very interesting.
Whatever I taught in the first class, it will take care of that, right?
Yes.
I'll make a presentation. First, let's wait for another 4-5 minutes. Let some. So can we start? I don't think we expect more. So what do you want to learn today? First, you want to discuss about the assignment? hopefully, right? Yeah. How do you go about it? Any thought? Have you all of you just gone through like a story or not? Gone through it. If you've gone through it, it will make us. Madam has not gone through. First class, okay. Okay, no problem. You gone through, ma'am? You gone through. So what is in that case study? As a part of assignment, you are supposed to study both the case study, Southwest Airlines and Portman Hotel, and make a summary out of it. Now, how do you do it? The methodology. If you know, please let me know. If you don't know also, please let me know. I'll teach you. Make your life easy and simple. Correct? So you don't have to get clouded. It may be 15 pages, 16 pages. If I have to conclude, I'll conclude it in only 3 slides. Okay. Now, how do you do it normally? All online students, I hope you are getting. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Audible.
Okay. We are discussing about how to go about in writing this, analyzing and reporting this case study. As part of 1, this is a need for your first assignment. 2, you can also learn a methodology how to go about it. So the first methodology is you have to read it. There's no other shortcut to that. You have to read it with a pencil, try and make a markup in the wherever you did. 1. While reading, don't get lost with all the stories. Wherever some good terminology. In this paper, in this case study, if you see the terminologies like love and fun, more for more, not less for more. You know, there are 2, value creation, convert, capture, maybe some 5, 6 core terminologies. One smart way of learning this case study, also to understand what is in it, is that capture only the terminology. HR as core competency. HR could be a, what is that this thing? It becomes a core competency for a company to survive. That could be one word. More for, not less for more for more, that kind of concept. Value creation. What are the other words? Love and fun in a working style. One way is to look at it, the kind of terminology they used it. No case study will have more than 10 terminology. In this case study, also 5, 6. That's one smart way. Now, this case study, I will tell you how you have to do it. The first one is that every case study is written with some objective. You know, they have written to communicate some objective. Like for example, like we all listen to Ramayana and things like that. We'll only go like a story. But you go into detail, what are the leadership styles of Ram or Hanumanji? You can get into that kind of thing. But we don't bother. We only get stayed only there in a story. So in the case study, every case study has got an objective. You have to understand what this case, suppose I have to write a case study. I will have to first conceive why I'm writing this case study, what meaning I have to communicate through this case study. That is what, when the author is trying to write a case study, will do it. So when you're reading it, analyze the case study, you have to go to see that what is this case study is all about it. Be confident, be relaxed, don't get tense. Oh, 20 page. This is only 20 page. In IMBA, they give 200 page to confuse you guys thoroughly and thoroughly. You're not supposed to get tense under. You have an idea. What I'm teaching you use in all the case studies and all the survey will be easy. Yeah, please come. Try and see what is the objective. And for the story of those who are not read it, what is the story of the Southwest Airlines? Online student, all of you know, or you want me to? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Your class? This is your class. It's account class, eh? Huh? Oh, sorry guys, I didn't know.
It was accounting management, sir. I think.
I'm not available after. You guys told me the morning. No, he can have it, but you. Come on. Hello? To whom? No, I'll go ahead. Huh?
We just continue, sir.
Okay, Muthu sir, I have to continue. Because I don't have time afternoon. I've already booked my time for only morning. Okay, guys, sorry. I think that's a confusion. My timetable says my class, right? Okay. Now, what is that Southwest Airlines story? Online students, hello. Let's come back to the story.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
what is Southwest Airlines? How they are successful? Top market. Okay, great. 60% server. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. For others who are not ready, I'll make it simple and interesting. This is about an airline. Southwest Airlines is one airline company in the US. There are other airlines like Delta, American Airlines, and everybody. All of them filed for bankruptcy many times. This is the only airlines which has never filed for bankruptcy. Has always been profitable. Number one. Two, this is the only airline which has got all the time Triple Crown and all. That's also on the terminal. They always got Triple Crown award and things like that. Second time. Okay. So this company has been continuously sustaining the success. Correct. That's one. It never filed for a bankruptcy. That is a South Lines value. And the second thing is, how did they do it? How they have been successful? Any company to be successful, there could be many core competencies. Or we call the word called competitive advantage. Company can be successful, or Southwest Airlines can also be successful due to many competitive advantage. One could be their brand name itself. People want to fly only in Lufthansa, for example. That is also one competitive advantage. Your brand name itself is. Or you have been regularly like Vistara now you're seeing. Vistara service is very good. So there could be many pillars of competitive advantage. Your reliability, your brand name, your service level, whatever could be. So these people are trying to say that we have our competency is our competitive advantages. We understood the business and we stuck to the business. So there are two approaches. One approach is business strategy, understanding the business strategy. The second approach is we are talking all in relation to HR. HR guys have to work along with the business strategy. Now, what is the business strategy of the Southwest Airlines model? Low cost airline. See, when they talked about, there are two strategies they involved in business strategy. Cost leadership. Cost leadership means my passenger will don't have to pay through the nose. It will be reasonable. The cost of the fare would be equivalent to somebody who is going to go between Bangalore to Hyderabad. If they go by bus, AC bus or a train, whatever fare they will pay, I will give them equivalent or slightly more than fare. That was a business objective, business model of this out there. People should not have to go by bus or train. They should be able to afford to come. One, come. So this is what we call cost leadership strategy. And the second thing is what they wanted to give him. No, the second business strategy is differentiated customer service.
Turco.
Yes. Yeah, differentiated customer service. What do you mean by customer service? Giving whiskey brandy and having a nice air hostess there. That could also be on customer service. But these people, since it's a cost leadership, they said our customer service mean 100% will reach in time. 100% affordable ticket. Third, no frills. No frill means no food, no luxury, nothing like that. In front of the cabin, after the cabin of the pilot, you'll have water, heater, tea, and all those things. If you want to take it and take it. And it's presumed it's only short. This is business strategy. What is the business model of this one? It's only short route. I mean, Bangalore to Hyderabad, Bangalore to Goa, Mangalore, that's the only route. We will not fly for a long route. They had everything clear. First, they had a business model, they had a business strategy, then comes to HR strategy. We are going to study about HR strategy, but you cannot study unless you know this thing. Because if the first class all of you attended, that I talked about strategic HR, right? This case comes under strategic HR. So now the business model is like this only, short route. And it's not a long route. Business strategy is cost leadership. Everywhere I'll control cost. And then give best benefit to the customer. Okay. And the differentiated customer service means I look after my customer by personally greeting, not giving any frills. If I give the frill, it'll get ordered. Nobody's going to give you nice 1,000 rupees worth of food without adding to your own ticket. Nowadays, even selection of a seat also, they are taking charge. So they said, no, we will not do all those kind of things. We'll make sure your fare is always affordable. 2, your reliability will be there. 3, personally, we will help you. Even the pilot will come to take your luggage. If some most old people are coming, the culture of that company itself like that. Even a pilot should not mind carrying luggage of some old people or somebody. That kind of service there. That is the one. The business model, when it is short road, they wanted to capture the cost. See, like he said, the things are there. Why people are not able to imitate? People cannot imitate unless they give the heart and soul. Now and everywhere they were very clear. Now they kept only same type of aircraft. 737 particular. They had some 500 aircraft, 1,000 aircraft, not even a single aircraft different. Why? Why did they keep that kind of aircraft? Tell me. Yeah, the inventory, maintenance, all will be economical, capturing cost. Since I said business, the strategy is cost leadership, everywhere cost. They kept the same aircraft, no change in the aircraft. So that is again, they were capturing the point. And when it comes to salary and all, they didn't pay them, bomb salary, just market salary or a statutory salary. But whatever income will come, it will equally distributed with everybody, the bonus. So everywhere, the cost consideration was always there. That's one. Now, how did they create value? We talked about the business strategy. We talked about the business model. We talked about the business. We talked about the business surveil of the company. Are we clear with all those kind of things? Online students, are we clear about the story?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, how did they operate to create more value? Value, particularly in terms of getting more money. At the end of the day, you have many competitors. Unless you have financial strength, you cannot survive. How did they do that? How they can create value in terms of getting finance for the business? How did they do it? Suppose they had one aircraft which flies between Bangalore to Hyderabad, which is at 150 seats. They'll make sure all seats are filled all the time. In business terms, you must be reading everywhere. It is called full capacity utilization. Because of strategy, come on. Again, what?
Sir, it is not audible. Hello.
Sir, online is not audible.
Hello, online students. Professor will be joining the session in next 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
business. Hello, online students. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, there was some disturbance. Okay. We talked about the story of Southwest Airlines. We talked about the business strategy of Southwest Airlines. We talked about the business model of the Southwest Airlines. These are the 4-5 words you write down. 4-5 terminology I told you, 3-4 words you write down. That makes your life easy. Business of Southwest Airlines, business strategy of Southwest Airlines, business model of Southwest Airlines, and this all we talked about. Now we are talking about the value creation. How did they sustain themselves without getting into sickness? Any business can get into viability if it is capacity utilized. Most of the businesses, a thumb rule, they invested heavily, the machine, market, and the thing, the capacity is not utilized. I can tell you any business in my own experience as CEO for the last 30 years. I mean, any business, if this one word, capacity utilization is taken, by and large, that business will be able to survive. So these guys, they've taken a capacity utilization, like I told you, and I said value creation means cost, value creation, customer service. These are the 4-5 words of this case study. When they said value creation, there's the one aircraft going from, for example, Delhi to Hyderabad. Bangalore to Hyderabad. It's a short route. If the aircraft is full, 150 instead of 120, are you getting full money or not? If you are not getting full seat, expenses are same. Your whatever fuel and things like that. So they made it a point saying that it's full. The second thing is, please come quickly, don't waste time. And the second thing is that one point is full capacity utilization per trip. The other point was one aircraft can go to Bangalore to Hyderabad, for example, competitors' aircraft 10 times. These people will make 12 trips. You mean to say that 2 trips more with 300 seats, you are getting viability. So what happens is the company is able to get value in terms of getting more money. This is also given in your this thing. If you have the case study, if you have a look at it, they're given a nice value creation circle. So you just, when you read a case study, only look for that kind of value creation. Okay. When you so now this guy, what they did is they taken a lot of money. So full money is coming. When the money is coming, they are able to afford cheaper flight to people. So the value is created in terms of generating more money. The technical word they used it, we are capturing the value. We're capturing the value in terms of getting more money for that. Then what they did is they passed on that value to the customer. If the ticket would have been normally 4,000, they given it to 3,000. So the value captured, value is passed on to the customer. That's called value creation. When the value is passed on to the customer at cheaper rate and reliability, the customer return will be more and more. Retention of customer. So your business is more. So that is a value creation they did it. So as far as the business strategy is concerned, what we said is business strategy, business model, value creation, 3 points. Now this part is over. Now coming to how HR helped it. Okay, this is all about general business. Come on, go back. How HR helped it. Now when I said instead of 10 trips, 12 trips somebody has to put in, who will do it? Technology will take care of it? To some extent, yes. But unless the people, right now you are seeing Indigo Airlines, right? Have you heard? Do you know about Indigo Airlines? All the technicians and everywhere going on strike and things. Huh? No, last 1 week I have been traveling. All of you know I travel a lot. Day for yesterday night only I come back. I was really scared. Indigo, whichever airport you have to spend the time there only. The technicians went on strike. They said you will not come to that kind of. It's happening last week only. Okay, now if that kind of things happen, no reliability, no trips can be done. So what they are trying to say, the HR really worked out such a strategy, HR strategy. Our people are committed, belonging to the organization. All those. That's what will come later. So now when you have to analyze a case study, how will you do it? The first slide could be something like this. This objective of this case study is how HR can create a core competency. Like HR, how the core competence mean? Will the HR will be able to provide for a sustained kind of engaged people by that? Now next, see the objective. What is the objective of this case study? Can you read somebody? Yeah, correct. What is the case study is that this case study is out how HR can really take care of the employee first. They are happy, they are belonging, they are cultured, they have been trained, they are committed. So they want to deliver. So you take care of them first. Vinith Nair has written a book called People First, like I told in the first class. What they said is that if I have to take care of my customer, let me first take care of the employee first. So what this case study is trying to tell you that by taking
Case study
care
is
of
trying
the,
to tell you
that by what happened? My word only coming back. Okay. No, that is the first. So when you analyze a case study, you have to understand the first slide should be an objective. You need not be the same objective, it need not be 4 or 5, but you must have an approach of objective. What is the second one? The second one is, this is a case study which is linking the HR strategy to business strategy. Like I told you the business strategy last time. What could be business strategy? This case study is mostly based on cost leadership. There could be business strategy based on, like for example, Singapore Airlines. Do you think that they can have this kind of business strategy? Or Lufthansa Airlines? They are not into cost leadership. They are into niche, luxurious kind of service. So if you have the luxurious kind of things, if you have a cost leadership or a differentiated one, the HR strategy will be different for each one. What they are trying to say that we link the business strategy. Suppose here in this case, I want to give the employee the big salary. I want to give the employee more training. I want to put lot many people inside. If they put all those kind of things, then the cost leadership will not be working out. What they are trying to say that this case study talks about how HR guys strategize their HR strategy by understanding the business strategy, by understanding the business model. Not that what I know, recruitment, training, and all those kind of things. They've really gone to the result. Second, what is the third one? It is talks about cost leadership, differentiated customer service. What is the fourth one? Time, price, reliability. What is the business model? Short route, same aircraft, no frills. You got those who read it. Does it make sense or not? Those who read it. So in any case study, not only this case study, first come with the objective. Okay. Then what is the facts of the case? The second slide should always be the facts of the case. Facts of the case is whatever it is that it is successful, it has got a triple ground. What is the other word written? And competitors benchmarking and difficult to implement. What they did it, other people could not imitate. So basically, facts of the case is what is the story of the case. You can write about Southwest Airlines is a short route. It takes care of a short route. It always taken care of blah 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 all those. That takes care of facts are a story, whatever it is. But don't try to write 7 PPT slides or 10 slides only on the facts of the case, which most of the students they do. Fact is given to fact. We are not going to get lost with the fact. We are going to get ourselves into the analysis, conclusion, learning out of it. Are you getting my point? We cannot get carried away with Southwest Airlines or Portman Hotel or anything. They're all giving a platform to analyze, to learn, to understand. Are you getting my point? So while analyzing the case study, don't put lot many importance on putting only slides on the story. So this comes, see, first is objective. The second thing is our facts. What is next? They talked about, okay, before you getting into that, you given the fact, then second comes analysis part of third. You can write down. First objective, second thing is facts. Okay, third thing is analysis. So analysis, two kinds of analysis. One is, like I told you, business strategy analysis. The second thing is, whatever we talked about value creation. How did they do it? They created a value. They worked out the capacity utilization. All those kind of analysis. We are not trying to copy from the case study. Are you getting my point? When I say analysis, by reading the case study, you are writing your own words. Till the facts, okay, you are copying from the case study. Objective, you are putting it, you are distilling it down. What is objective? You are writing from your own words. Coming to analysis, you are writing from your own words. Analysis could be 2 slides, 3 slides, or 1 slide. One objective, 1 or 2 slides on facts, 2 or 3 slides on analysis. Now, what is analysis of this case? This case created value created for employees, love and fun. They have something. They created a customer through committed, competent employees. They given a service level. They given a cost less level. They are beating the competition and sustaining. They created a value creation in that one. That's a third one of the analysis, first part of it. Now, what is this approach? These are the words used it. More for less and not less for less. Normally what we say, no, less for less. They use the concept called more for less. Even if you pay less fare, I'll give you more. That is approach they had it. And what is that? Car traveler should be able to come segmenting it. How they are segmenting? Marketing must be studying STP, segmenting, targeting. This airline, segmented correctly. I want not the hi-fi guys who want a luxurious only 10 seat with all kind of frills. I want only those people who can afford that level, that popular range or a regular range, or we can call it, I don't want to use the word, down range people only have to come. I'm very clear with my segment. Those people, they want luxuries like what is it, Kingfisher and all those things, will go with Kingfisher only. Here, this thing is, Air Tech has come with this concept, but they could not implement it. So they are very clear. My segmentation is very clear. And the value chain. If you see the, I don't know whether all of you have that case studies and all. Once you go through, a lot of circles and things like that given. Okay. Now, these particular page numbers, you see it, 523, 524, 527, clearly gives you some solid information. Do you have that case study with you? Most of you, will you be able to open in your LMS? Yeah, can you open, all of you? Online student, can you open that case study?
Yes, sir.
Madam, you don't have? You can use my. Oh, if you use it, then I'll not be able to. Can you join with somebody else? Yeah, please. Yeah, 523, 4. Read that. That will have a relevant information. Can I see it? What is in 523 page? Yeah. Yeah. It's clear, nah? It's very clear, right? Now, with all the words I've given you, just focus on this one. Your life becomes easy. Not only easy, you understand what you're supposed to understand. Madam, you're not able to join? If one of you can shift to the seat. Yeah, that's better, laptop. See page number 523. What one entry mean? What do you mean by entry? When they said love and fun, not the customer.
No, the selection of the HR,
Hmm.
employee fit with each other and culture and all that.
See, what they are trying to say. No, they don't see only technical fit. Technical fit is necessary. But they also see culturally, whether in our culture is that everybody is a customer care executive. Whether you are a pilot, whether you are a mechanic, whether you are a, who's our inside, you are a customer care executive. So if you think that it's not, my job is not customer care executive, I have to go, then we don't select that. Because then overall it doesn't fit, right? Technically, you may be an excellent pilot, but I don't want you if you don't have a respect for my kind of customer. Yeah. You're seeing 523 page or something else. You come, why don't you come front seat, both of you? 523 pages, I think simple and straightforward, right? Once you are through, also see 524. This 3 pages takes care of all your analysis of the case. Once you've seen it, also see 5 to 4 and 5 to 7. What is it? 5 to 4, yeah. Okay, just practice. 5 to, what is the other page? 5 to 4, this is, 5 to 3? 5 to 3. This practices, yeah. And 5 to 7? This one. Whatever I was explained to you, 5 to 7 is very well giving that circle. Now, for those who read, does it become easy now? This case study or difficult?
Sir, I'm going through the page number 523,
523, okay, ask me.
HR practice at Southwest.
Yeah.
There is one point, sir, how their selection process
Correct.
involve customers in interview process.
Correct.
So
Which
can
they
you,
are doing it.
explain, sir, how it will be customers means which customers they will engage in the interview process?
See, normally what we do in interview, only the seniors, head of the department, other people sit it, right? Here, this airline is more concerned on the customer consent centric. So they also want to make the customer to sit in the interview board to have a feel of it. Whether whatever it's not necessary that we have to go only with the customer, what they have to say, but we are taking their perspective also in the interview. The candidate who is sitting in front is not from a customer point of view. Will that pilot or a technician or an engineer, will he be also customer centric? That's what the customer will see. Not the technical capability. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, sir, understood.
Yeah, please go. Good, very good question. Customer satisfaction definition. What is the definition which I already told you? Customer satisfaction could be any damn thing, but they also talked about no frills. Customer satisfaction here means your price. If the ticket fare is 7,000 rupees between Bangalore to Hyderabad, which everybody charges, I'm giving for 4,000. Okay, you are going by train, it's cost you 3,000. So that is my customer satisfaction definition. Two, not that you're paying less, you don't know when you're going to reach. You reach after 10 hours or 12 hours. You will reach 90%, 100% in time, scheduled time. That is a reference of customer-centric care. They were very clear. That's what they said, no frills. They said, don't come to me here with the frills of a nice environment, air hostess and serving food, eat and all that thing. I'll not give you. If you want, the water kept behind the pilot's room, you go and serve yourself. All that we can help you is on a humanitarian ground. Since it's a short route, you are not supposed to carry more luggage also. So you don't need people to help you. Even then, if there are senior people, they come, it's challenge people, say people, all of our staff will help you. That is customer centric. I got you my point. So the word customer satisfaction is, it goes from here to that. But they were very clear. Now you read that page number, but what is that HR practice of the value creation you've gone through, right? So now you understood the value creation, how the business served. Now how HR has contributed to that one, you read. What they are trying to say, your question is that what they are trying to say, man. What they are trying to say. If I don't have a trained, committed, customer-centric people, they will not take care of the customer the way he asked. Number one. Number two, they will not put the aircraft 12 trips. They'll make only 6 trips. They'll go slow, they'll give all excuses and things like that. When they make 6 trips, my cost of operation will go up. My fare will be high. They are trying to say that we are driving through HR predominantly by hiring the right kind of people, by giving the right kind of culture. We are also not paying you big salary, but you may go disgruntled, but we make it transparent. Whatever the income comes, it's distributed equally to everybody. So you cannot. So what they are trying to say that we are creating a team. We are not creating any disgruntlement in you. We are trying to make sure you are party to the business and you are running the business. Through that, my capacity utilization is ensured very well. And then because of that, people is taken care of, people takes care of my customer, when the customer takes care of my business. So in a way, HR is trying to drive this Southwest Airline. There could be many reasons. Companies are successful. Now, by and large, most of the companies are talking, right? They have all sorts of, knowledge-based industry. Will the human capital talent management plays a role or not? To a large extent. Previously, the budget, most of the companies, manufacturing companies, if you see the budget, the salary budget would be 10 to 15%, 10%, 11%, 12%. Now, if you want McKinsey or anybody else. Now, what is the joining bonus companies like Apple and all they are giving? Have you heard about it? When your child 5 years back, crores of rupees they are giving joining bonus. These guys are competing. Facebook, Apple, and all those kind. How much joining bonus you are giving? Why? Day one, they want a committed, cultured, engaged, highly engaged, belonging to the company. So who is the best employer? Companies like Google, Apple, and all those things. Why? Because from every concept they are, and why they are doing all those things? They know that there's a one good differentiator is if I have the right talent, right human value, right human capital, I'll be able to do it. Now, all the 3 pages you've gone through it. Value creation you've gone through, HR practices you've gone through. What is the 3rd page is about? HR, the linkage. Okay, now coming back to your case study, what do you write? 1 slide on objective, 2nd slide on facts of the story, whatever story. 3, 4, 5 is analysis like this. They're done like this. Once you've done the analysis, come to conclusion. Conclusion and learning. What is the conclusion in this? What is the conclusion in learning in this case study? Now, I told you a lot. You also know a lot. Without reading that slide only, what is the conclusion? What is the learning? If you have to summarize the conclusion or learning out of this case study, how will you conclude? Or what is the learning? 3 sentences or 2 sentences. Come on, guys. Whatever objectives will become to a large extent conclusion, right? Come on. What is the conclusion? Come on, guys. Madam, what is the conclusion? You can be successful. Okay. What did I write? First point. Low price, high service, correctly segmented, correct business strategy of leadership, differentiated customers. They are very clear with that. Like not, I will also give frill, I will also give cost. No, they are very, very clear. This is my business strategy. This is my segment. They are very clear about that. What is the second one? Fit. Fit means everywhere cost, reduce. Give to customer. Whether getting more money or reducing cost, whether it is salary or repair, inventory, everywhere fit. Anywhere be careful, reduce the cost, capture the cost, and give it to the customer. Correct. That's what we call fit strategy, cost rationalization, business strategy, and properly sync HR. Like for example, you McDonald's and all, what kind of salary they pay? Simple market salary. Okay. Apple, like I already told, the guys pay like the Apple and all, they're paying joining bonus itself such a high. Who is right and wrong? Both are right. Those guys are in different business strategy. They are an innovative strategy. Okay, they are a niche strategy, like a car tire watch, Audi car, that level. They are not Maruti 800 car. Okay, so those guys, what they are doing is the right recharge. But if I say that I am coming from that company, no, I don't believe. I believe human being very good. I want to pay them double the bonus, double the salary. Your Southwest Airlines is gone. Or if I work from Southwest Airlines, I gone into Apple or something. No, why are you wasting money? We're paying you guys more salary. Don't give them the bonus. Give them only the statutory salary, minimum salary, and later on we'll pay them bonus. Will it work? So that is what we call. This case study is basically aligning, synchronizing HR strategy with business strategy. That's one line. This whole case study is about it, aligning and synchronizing HR strategy with a business strategy. I hope all of it clear. If you get that kind of learning, your writing, analyzing case study becomes simple. It can be done in 3 slides also. But what you or most of the students they do, they get lost with only the stories and points here and there. So that's possible once you read, twice you read with a pencil and try to get what is in it. Like a doctor who can diagnose it properly, or an advocate who goes with the right point. High court judges and all, they don't give more than 2 minutes. You come with the right constitutional points, right? Get it clear. You beat the bush around, you're gone. You'll get only dates, or he will say simply, this is not the forum to come and go to the alternate remedy. Well, he'll dismiss the case simply. Because he's also a human being. He doesn't have time. So that's second. What is the third one? Fit structure. HR again, now how HR has done? HR has again motivated, not normally you will say salary. Here they talked about compensation means not only salary, non-monetary benefit. Compensation is equivalent to, according to them, monetary plus non-monetary. Non-monetary means most of us are not happy in the organization for what? Role clarity or boss behavior or not a good working conditions. What they are trying to say that compensation here has been kept in that way, monetary plus non-monetary. You cannot say I will pay only the statutory and the other side will harass you to work like anything. It cannot be like that. They have the love and fun, they have a lot of functions, they got the belongingness, they got the inclusiveness amongst them, there is no discrimination. So that way they're taking care of the motivation of people. Otherwise, normally what you will say, sir, less salary. So this is what we call, in OB you probably write it, intrinsically motivated. Extrinsically motivation, yes, obviously you need more salary, good office and things like that. But intrinsically motivated means, yeah, you got salary, which is affordable, but you are getting much more than that. You don't have to worry about role clarity, you don't have to worry about your bosses behaving properly, or, no stress kind of. What is the next one? Difficult. Now, your question there, Raghu. Difficult to create competitive advantage through HR. This is known theory, right? Even though people are not, even HR, these Southwest guys are going to conduct lectures to many companies. And how they did it. But people are not able to implement it. It's easier to talk. So that's what it is very difficult to create CA means competitor through HR, but cannot be easily copied. What is VRIO? Then why you remember, not remember? Value, resource, not even non-imitable. Not. All right. So, correct. That's what I said. Each class pick up some. At the end of the class, take 10 terminology. Have we not talked about some 5-6 terminology so far? Pick up that only. Don't worry about learning, examination, all this. Each class, pick up some terminology, some conceptual model. You are through. You are not here only simply to pass. All of you will pass, I'll tell you. Nobody will fail. I'll guarantee. And with effortless ease also you'll pass. But try to learn. I hope I'm making it very clear to you. You are here to learn. You are here to pick up the terminology, concept, framework. Not to, that's a very minimum goal, clearing the exam. So keep your vision clear. Am I making sense or not? And I'm giving assurance. In my class, 100%. No, don't worry. In other class also relatively same. We are not here to, we know your pressure, we know this thing. We are not that, we don't understand. We are not here as a dictator. We want to make you to fail and we want to prove that you are not good, we are good. If you do that, we are not a matured faculty, right? Like you're all matured guys, you give respect. You give respect to us, we are also matured guys. We are not a college come out faculty, right? And all of you know that I told you, what's my age now? Sitting in front of me, standing in front of me. Only 67. Okay. So we are not here standing in front of, we are all coming with all sorts of, probably some of you are not even born, even when I got my PhD. I got my PhD in 1988. Okay. I'm a lawyer by 2000. Okay. I practiced in High Court and Supreme Court. I've been continuously CEO for 25, 30 years. Even today I'm a CEO. I'm only here for 8 days. 10 days I'm in Delhi. So we know you are, I'm not trying to boast myself. I'm trying to say we know how to deal with you guys. So you guys also be clear with your vision. You are not here for a minimum goal of clearing the, yeah, that's necessary. I'm not saying that you don't want it. It will get cleared easily. You work on the other concept. Let me pick up something. Okay, come back. What is next? HR can deliver only with involvement of operating team and top management. This is finally SHRM vertical integration case. This case study is about how strategic HRM can play well. Like I said, the same kind of HR practices could not have been done in Lufthansa Airlines or Singapore Airlines. They are all known for royal service, customer service. There it's royal. Each one will have a separate TV. You have nice wine served in front of you. Nice music. Seats are better, bigger. Correct. You hurry, there you cannot have. So the selection of people, salary of people, training of people, the compensation structure, everything will be different there. So that is what it talks about. It's a clear-cut SHRM vertical integration, strategy, human resources strategies, vertically integrated to the business. That's a conclusion of that. Okay. Now does it make sense? What are the terminology we picked up in this case? SHRM. Business strategy aligned with HR strategy, business model, love and fun, bundle of HR practices, value creation, more for less, competitive, superior performance, core competence. Does it make sense? Now, will you forget in your life if you learn this way? Don't say that I will forget. Correct? Will you forget? With this terminology and the models and the approach, does it make sense? Are we having love and fun while learning? But that is how you have to adopt your one. Clear? Now for the assignment purpose one, the same way you have to do the other case study. There's another case study called Portman. Maybe 6-7 slides here, 6-7 slides there. Okay. Yeah, the conclusion. You can put conclusion, come learning. No, what I said is not that stereotype same, but it makes logically sense. I mean, there are 100 ways people will teach you to analyze a case. My style is this one. Objective, facts, analysis, conclusion, learning. That's all. And if anybody wants more, keep annexures. Like I written on page number 4, 523, 524, 527. That's it. Be smart also, no? So it makes sense, right? So that's it. Now the analysis is over. Now what is for today's class? What are we supposed to discuss today's class? You people taken my time only in helping you to your case analysis. Today we are supposed to discuss on job content. Write down job analysis. Job content, job analysis, job description, job specification, KRA, KPA. All this at one shot we have to close. Okay. Job content, job analysis, job description, job specification, KRA, KPA. Okay, this in reference to what? You remember last time we discussed in the class, HR means HR has to start prior to employee starts a job. One way he said HR definition is entry of employee and then leaving of employee, whatever HR activity takes is HR, recruitment, training and all. We said that may not be effective unless you concentrate on prior to the employee joins. Prior to employee join means before the selection, recruitment and things like that. If you're not clear about what role he's getting in, how he is going to be suitable, what kind of his mental suitability, cultural suitability, what my company's technical expectation, all those things, if it is not really done it up properly, then there's a chances of not fit, get into chaos one. Now I'll give you examples. Most of this, number one, most of the MBA students in my experience, I've been actually involved in teaching MBA students for the last 10 years. Most of the placement of the student in 3 months itself, they leave the first job. Most of them.
Sir, your voice is not so clear, sir.
Sorry? Is it clear now? Can
Yes,
you hear
sir.
me?
Now it's better.
Now clear.
Yes, sir, better.
Thank you, madam. Please keep telling if you are not clearing, because I don't know whether I'm audible or not. Okay, now we are talking about most of the MBA students, when they take up a job, they are not happy, they leave. Reason is role clarity. And most of the employer also not happy. Oh, this guy talked very well, did group discussion very well, yeah, but I found him not good. The employee is not good, employer is not good. There could be some reason. Second thing, as a company, I'm running a what you call some chemical industry. I have 3-4, there's a CO. On the second line, there are 3-4 top guys. Maybe a technical vice president or a manufacturing vice president, maybe HR vice president, maybe commercial vice president, blah, blah, blah. And the CO post becomes vacant. I have to fill that post. Again, I'm telling out of my own experience. Normally, we try to look for these guys, 3-4 guys inside it. And I found it in one company. I found one, the president technology was very known in that company. He was doing very good salary. He was getting all the time applaud. He's taking care of this and that. So the company obviously thought, let me promote him to CEO. Within 6 months, he was a big failure. Okay, so we lost him as a CEO. We lost him as a good technical director or vice president director. Second opportunity. The third, suppose you want to recruit a pilot. How will you go about recruiting a pilot? I'm running, okay, I'll give you more. I'm running a small charter plane. I have 6-seater, 12-seater aircraft, Beechcraft, Bonanza, this kind of thing. I have a vacancy. This is all I'm talking about my own experience, all the 3 examples. So I have a vacancy for a pilot. And we look for a pilot to be filled in. And I happen to know some of the pilots who got a short service with the defense, with 40 years of age, with 15 years of flying. They are all available. I'm really excited to take them as a pilot. Am I doing the right thing or wrong thing? Third example. Okay. Please mind me, all the 3 examples you have to give not only story, not Kishanji ne makkan kaya. Makkan is what? You have to tell me what is the principle behind it, right? Don't get carried away with all my examples. I'll come back. Okay. Now, when I have to recruit a pilot, I have a 6-seater. I told you, I have my aircrafts are all very high power, very luxurious aircrafts, like all those heroines, they keep it, 12-seater, 15-seater aircraft with all sorts of things. Very expensive. Maybe 12-seater or not even 12-seater, only 2 seats and bed inside and everything. I have a pilot vacancy. And the pilot who retired from, not retired, he did a short service from defense available. Will I go to take him? Yes or no? Why? Yes or no? Third, Fourth example is that I have a multinational company. My board of directors finance post is vacant. How will I go about recruiting? Okay, where do we start now? First one, why the students are not happy? When they come to the campus, the coming people also, they are not very clear what role they are expecting. If they are not expecting the what kind of role and not communicating them directly, this is the role. You're going to be end up in a salesman, getting to the market. Our guys thinks that, oh, I did MBA, I'll sit in a 7th floor, some AC hall, I will do marketing research and all those kind of, which may not take place, right? So you don't tell them clearly. And you are, when you are trying to look for an interview, you are also trying to give him that same kind of feeling. This SWOT analysis, Michael Porter's 5 force analysis, you'll start asking him that language, which is needed for that kind of post. Initially, so one, that my student itself has got a misnomer. And two, you are also asking the same kind of question. Porter's 5 force analysis, business strategy, like the way I'm talking. I'm trying to ask you. You also go, oh, I'm getting into that kind of job. But whereas once he comes in, he has to go and sell soap or something, toothpaste or soap, something, whatever he has to sell, which is nothing wrong. I mean, today also, we all of us, we do marketing. But for that guy, it's a big, oh, what is this? What does it mean? The job description, the job content has not been given correctly to that guy. The role clarity, mutual expectation, role clarity, job clarity has not been given to that guy. One. The second one, I talked about the technical vice president or director getting promoted into CEO failure. Why? And he has been a successful guy. He has been with the company for 15 years. Why Tata is not able to get the chairman for this one? Air India now. They went out of a global recruitment. One guy they recruited with a lot of difficulty, and that guy refused based on some other ethical and moral issues. And then again, with a lot of difficulty, they're trying to, I think they identified somebody. It was a very tough job for them in the recent one. Now, the second one, why that guy could have been failure? And he has been successful. He's a known star man in the company, 20 years, taking care of the whole operation and technology and things like that. He's failure. Why? Okay. Now we have to learn everything professional in our language. Okay. What he said is correct. For a CEO post, there are some competencies are required. For any post, something required. Write down. Knowledge, skill, competencies, qualification. I'll change this slide. One second, I'll close this. What is it? Okay. Now, there's a framework for understanding the job content. For this guy also, for the technical director becoming a CEO, there's a requirement. The requirement could be like this. You need some knowledge, you need some task, you need some skill, you need some competencies, there are some difficulty levels, there are some hazards. Okay. Now when I talk it, qualification could be simple. Even this guy could have not only engineering, he must also done MBA. Okay. For a CEO also, what else you need? You're an engineer with MBA is more than fair than. This guy has got the qualification, yet he failed. This guy knows the experience also, 15 years he knows the business. Still he failed. Okay. Knowledge has got it. Sorry, qualification is got it. Years of experience is got it. Now, when I talk about knowledge, what knowledge? CEO's knowledge, not technical director's knowledge. Okay, does he got that? What is that CEO's level of knowledge? What is the level of competencies for a CEO? You can write down technical competency, human competency, generic competency, functional competency. Technical competencies, human competencies, functional competencies, and generic competencies. As a CEO, is he supposed to know a lot of technical knowledge of a business? Not necessary. He's got what is what? 20-30%? Fair enough. He doesn't have to know completely technical knowledge about a business. Number two, does he need a human competencies? Restraint, self-respect, listening patiently, understanding, and try to give a perspective kind of decision. Does he need it or not? That competency, you don't need it at the entry stage. Human competencies. I mean, I don't say don't need it. Not matters tangibly significant, but that level it matters a lot. You cannot afford to be any moment knee-jerk kind of talking. You listen to everybody, digest your kind of thing, then give your own decision. It doesn't mean that you have to get carried away with anybody, but you cannot react tolerance, intolerance, disrespecting people. That you cannot do. So the whole team will get affected too. And technical, yeah, to some extent is good. Then coming to conceptual competence. Conceptual is that I hope you're not written that word. Conceptual competence. Yeah. Okay, when I talk about conceptual, you don't have all the time well-defined problem. Correct? You don't have experience of particular solving a problem. Anything will come up. You should be able to figure it out. Any problem, anytime come, which you never had an experience, or it was not well defined in the industry, in the business, you should be able to put thoughts together. I should be able to get that. Like take IS, our Indian IS concept. The guy is one day district collector. The other day is a judge of some small court or somewhere. The other day is MD of some company. So the guy is running basically on his conceptual skill. He'll understand, pick up, and MBA students are likely to be more heavy on conceptual. That's what I tell all the time. Framework, logical thinking, terminology, methodology. So you should be able to put together 2 + 2 = 4. How? So that is highly needed for this kind of post, right? Conceptual decision. And that other thing is called generic competencies. There, if I ask you guys, you will give me 20 points, like communication, transparency, what all decision making, appearance. So many things you'll talk, all of you guys. I mean, software knowledge, working on the computer, able to speak very well. These all called generic competency. We get lost with only generic competency. Generic competency is a must, but it's just a starting. For a CEO post, generic competence is taken it for granted. You have everything. But most of the time, since you are not clear about your job content, your job description, you get carried away with generic competencies. This guy also probably must be able to speak very well and things like that. And he's got a technical kind of. Maybe he doesn't have a human skill. Who's a very promoter? Maybe he doesn't have a conceptual skill. He worked in a particular engineering, design, frame, methodology, handbooks, SOPs, and things like that, right? He worked in a very well-defined path. SOPs are there, engineering is there, design is there, his practices are there, competitors' approach is there. He works in that tick, that kind of style. So you put him into the ocean, undefined vision, probably it's difficult for him to do that. So conceptual skill is also weakness, and that human skill is also weakness. Probably will have a without generic, without definitely. So what we are talking about is that for each, when we talk about job content or job description, you must see what is that position's knowledge requirement, what is that position's skill set is requirement. What is a skill set? It could be like a competency only, problem solving, negotiation. For some post it's a public network. Now, what is Modi is doing? What is his competency? A lot of networking he does. Globally, Indian wise, he does a lot of networking, a lot of PR. I remember when I was working for some, East UP, some industry, it's a little outskirts of industry, and it was a lot of 5,000 people in my residential campus, big campus, 5,000 people with three unions, lots of issues, and 3 industries, sugar, alcohol, chemical, everything in one campus. As a CEO, I used to sit my office hardly 30%. 70% I used to roam around, external management. Meet the local influential people, meet local minister, meet the bankers, meet the IAS officers and commissioners, all those people. Because without those guys, internally my subordinates will be able to take care of it. Even through me, through meetings and references, I can do it. That can be done only by me. 1, other people competencies. 2, the other guys will not respect other guy. If I have to go and call on a home minister or somebody, if somebody less than a CEO goes, he will not even tolerate. Or even the local DM or a commissioner or a bank chief general manager who is going to give you 200 crore rupees cash credit limit, not before September, October every year. If you don't keep relation with all those guys, when the credit limit is getting stuck up with your finance director will only do paperwork. But the cash credit doesn't come by October in seasonal industry, you are gone. So you have to have a knack for your time management of, yes, my job is to external management. I have to spend 70%. I'm not saying that you will not oversee that. You just oversee it. You are so smart. Your time management is very clear. You are overseeing the operation, but your major job is that. So that is what we say skill set, knowledge, not simply qualification and experience, which is everybody will have it. So normally what we do is when without a clear-cut job description, we normally get carried away with qualification, experience, and generic competencies. If you go by that one, you are likely to be more failure. Okay. Now the second one is, so in this particular case, probably this guy didn't have the conceptual skill or human relation skill required for the job. And like, for example, even he should be away from the place. Some guys cannot leave the office. I remember in my time, people used to sit and sign the checks. Even when I said I was hardly 33 years old, traditional those days, people will come and sit and sign check as a very big job, an honorable job, or somebody will steal away money. So I've seen it. It takes a lot of time. I called Sivanath was the finance man. I said, Sivanath, from next week onwards, I will not sign the check. Everybody started talking against me in the campus. What, this guy has gone mad. IIT guys are always useless guys. They're on a different level. All this talk started. But it's not that I said once in a week, once in 15 days, you will come up with one sheet, get my signature. So-and-so party, so much money goes, so-and-so party should go. And every day releasing the check, 1 hour, you don't have to take me. So I have not lost my control. You got my point. But the way they took it, they possessive. If COO spends 2 hours in discussing with finance guy signing a check, understanding everything. That means he doesn't have a smartness, he doesn't have the scope, he doesn't know what is a cash flow projection, which is likely to go, what payment to be paid, urgent, important, all those things. You are not a fit for that. Your intelligence is not there. Why? Even now I'm not trusting. Don't think that I'm trusting the guy. I'm doing it innovatively. Instead of signing the check, I was signed a sheet, one sheet. This week, 10 days. This payment only you will pay, provided this collection comes. I signed it, he signed it. Then he gets it. Next time when he comes to me, he audits. Or I have an internal auditor guy who reports whatever he given is complying. Taken care of it, right? I'm saving my time. So, all this kind of conceptual skill and all those things, so this technical guy failed. So management student failed, lot of money for the company. This guy failed, lot of money for the company, and lost his morale, and they send him back is also difficulty, right? And the company also lost a lot of money heavily. And the third is that about expatriate failure. Now every company is a global company. Every company is sending expatriate here to there or that to here. And if the expatriates are failure, now the failure rate is, as per the latest report, 55 to 60%. How much time they prepare in sending an expatriate? Not only here, not only himself or herself, the whole family, the whole expenses, the opportunity cost. So all those things happen because you don't have a right job content. You don't have a kind of the right job description. So now coming back to our 2 examples we did, like technical direction student. I talked about the aircraft pilot. Now what is in that pilot? How will you go about? Why you will not recruit this guy whose CVs come? You will recruit or not recruit, why? Again, it is based on job content, job description. Tell me. Qualification? Yeah, whatever statutory approval licenses required for flying an aircraft, that guy you have to have. That is called eligibility. There are two things: eligibility and selection. Eligibility, nobody is questioning. It's easy, mathematical. Like you have to MBA, you have to be an engineer, you have to have ABC certificate of flying, you have pilot certificate, blah, blah, all those things are clear. That's an eligibility, which even probably when your computer can take care of it. Only those who are going through eligibility shortlisted application. Correct? When it comes to selection, so in that, what will you? Again, what is the job description? See, here, one is that obviously qualification, flying certificate, ABC or whatever, and all those kind of things. The second thing is there's a lot of difference between flying a small, that's why I touched many times small aircraft, small aircraft, small aircraft. There's a lot of difference between flying a bigger transport aircraft or a passenger aircraft than flying a small aircraft. Normally, like me, all of you will remember it is difficult to fly a bigger one. It's other way around. Though, and it's other way around, and the guys who've flown the bigger aircraft probably will not be able to fly a smaller aircraft. The guy who has been flying a smaller aircraft will probably be able to upgrade to the bigger aircraft. The logic behind is the nose touches it very clearly, the small one. The bigger one gives a lot of scope for it to come and land it. So those guys have got an relevant experience of flying that way, not getting that nose touch rate. Most probably will touch your nose down. Now you want that kind of pilot? Just because he is competent. I mean, somebody worked the defense, flown thousands of hours, taking the transport aircraft. I'm not talking about fighter aircraft. I'm talking about there also transport aircraft or commercial aircraft. He's flown many hours, bad weather, this weather, and all this kind of thing. So, but that competency, this competency differs. So, which means I would look for some pilot who flown the smaller aircraft, not get carried away with them, right? Then you are. So, if you know that job content, job description, you'll be very careful. Now, okay, now I got the pilot license. I got two of you. Okay, now you say 5 years experience. Madam says I have also 3 years experience. Now, whom will I select? Apple to apple. Both of you have small aircraft experience. Both of you have all the certificates. Both of you are in my age group requirement. Okay. Now you are 5 years. She is 3 years. Whom will I select? Huh? Why? Okay. Salary also both of them are same. Or probably she wants less. Huh? Okay. Knowledge is okay. Competency is okay. What will I look for? Now here I'll take about, when you talk about experience, relevant experience, adequate experience, that all comes under job description. 5 years, 3 years. 5 years with 500 hours of flying. 3 years with 2 hours, 2000 hours of flying. Are you getting my point? And I want minimum 1000 hours of flying. So he will get rejected or not? Raghu, you are gone. Correct or not? So if this has to be captured in your job description or job content. See, this all people, I don't know to what extent HR guys are doing. If they do it, then really they are doing an HR. If they are not doing that, then remaining doing it afterwards, they all becomes transactional. Then they will not be able to deliver to the company. They cannot be proud that I've taken care of the company. If all this failure comes, if nobody quantifies it, if you quantify expatriate failure or a technical guy failed or selection, recruitment, placement, onboard, and all those kind of things, not only expenses, again, redoing, bringing people, you don't know what kind. So the third one, what is the fourth one we talked about? Are you clear in all the stories? What is that we are trying to talk about? Your job description should be very clear. What is the knowledge? What is the qualification? What is the experience? What is the technical competency? What is the conceptual competency? What is that kind of thing? Everything should be clearly documented before you start looking for somebody. Then your entry will also become easy. Like I told you, management trainee, you are conducting interview as if he is going to become your CEO of a company. Then he will also get spoiled, right? If you talk to him, will you be able to work 10 hours on the road? Can you drive a scooter? Can you drive a car? Can you travel 10 days in a month? That could have made more sense, right? Compatibility. To some extent, we check his general knowledge. Okay, third. So in all the places, knowledge, Experience means relevant, adequate. Competency sets, like all the competencies, skill sets, ability. If all those things for any post is properly documented, that document is called job content based job description. Now coming to the last one, director of finance. Big company. I have a vacancy about director of finance. Okay. How will you go about recruiting? What job description you'll have it? Sensible, right? You are all experienced guys. You are all knowledgeable guys now in writing a job description. There is a vacancy of a director of finance for a group of company. He reports to the managing director. Very key post, plum post, and the vacancy is there. I mean, you promote from inside, outside, that's a different. What is the job description you look for? I'm not saying that don't promote from inside and take from outside. If somebody meets from inside, jolly well you take. Somebody doesn't meet it, jolly well you have to take it from outside. Okay. Now, how will you go about having a job description? Go into the one same framework, na? Go simple. Let's write job description. What is the qualification? Write down. Let's work out clearly job description for a finance. Based on what all Rama and we have been discussing in the last 1 hour. We'll write down. You are going to write a job description for a CFO. What is the finance director will do? Okay. What? Okay, we'll go simple. What is the qualification you look for? Huh? No, let's be specific. No? Could be CA, cost accountancy, MBA finance. Right on. MBA, CA, cost accountancy, minimum, right? Or some foreign qualification, we call it CFE, Chartered Finance Planner, which is equivalent to your C and all, right? You'll have that kind of qualification. Without that, the eligibility is over. Experience. Okay, minimum 10 years experience. Obviously, age not more than 45. Or you are looking for somebody 70 like me. Okay. Age is around 45. Simple. What else? What should be his knowledge level? What should be his skill set? What should be his competencies? Acha, generic competencies, you write down. All blah, 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 right? Communication, talking, all those generic competencies. Now, what should be his core functional competency? What should be his conceptual competency? Write down, no? Then only be able to. What would be his functional or technical competency? How will you approach this? How will you approach this one? Come on, all of you working, all of you have experience. If you're not in HR, but all of you know how people go for recruitment. You don't be afraid. I think you think that I will catch you this way or that way. Don't be afraid. Come on. Correct, na? Don't get into it. Come. That all will come in your what you call generic competency, or you can call it managerial competency. Okay, add one more. Managerial leadership competency. I'm talking about functional competency or technical competency. Okay. Raghu is touching. Again? Huh? Okay. Again, you guys are talking. Huh? Again, you are professional, you break it down. What is finance? Accounts, costing, write down. Account, costing, finance, auditing, secretarial. This has got 4 or 5 domains. Like HR, you got HR and IR, right? So you know somewhere you need IR, somewhere you need HR. When you talk about finance department includes what? Accounts, finance, costing, secretarial,
Auditing.
Sorry, auditing. Yeah. Now I given you broad domain. How will you go about this technical or core competencies? Yes, to have some whatever you're talking about is supposed to have a lot of experience in accounts. That's what you're talking. Do you look for somebody with more focus on accounts, finance, costing, or for that post? That is all. Everything you want to have. That is where you make a problem. We want this, that, and main thing we'll miss it, and that guy fails. This post Like, we said about for some guy, you don't need a technical knowledge about factory when he becomes here. So finance director is more concerned with accounts, auditing, finance, secretarial, compliance, or what? Finance. So finance means whatever you're looking for primary core competency need not be getting the accounts rate properly, able to read the balance sheet properly. All those things, part of it, or getting the cost, that all you will get it done. But who will do the finance? What do you mean finance? Has he successfully taken the investors to come and invest in the company? Has he successfully launched for a public subscription for a share? Has he got the money for the company?
Sir,
Has-
we can see if he's done any analysis or written any reports of his prior experience in detail. Like,
In what?
like if he's allowed the company to go 5PO, helped it, and
Whatever you are saying are all needed.
yes, sir.
Everything is needed. But what is the core? Three things. Has he got a proven experience of getting the money invested for the company by subscribing, oversubscribed my shares? I want a group finance director, not an accounts babu or not a casting babu. You have many people to work under you, right? Are you getting my point? So if you put that guy, somebody who's too good in auditing, accounting with MBA finance from some Wharton University, he has never raised money. And the post requires that, I use the word called must and wants. What is the must here? Must is this guy should have proven experience of taking a subscriber to public and getting money. Or he managed very big investors. He knows that 5-6 investors will be able to get us immediately loan. Or he is having clouded with big bank chairmen. Any project, his loan gets sanctioned. Correct? That's what the requirement, right? This is the core one, must one. So that if you can write job content, if you write job description, it will be clear. Then your interview will become fun. Otherwise, what will you interview? Like what all we are talking. The guy will come like me, nicely suited, designer suit and things like that. We'll talk to you nicely, very sophisticated English, nicely sip his coffee and soup and all. Give some here and there some stories, get away with it. Right? Failure. There will not be a competency-based interview. There's a word called, write down the word, competency-based interview. Competency-based interview. Here in this case, even you can sit an interview. Sir, please tell me how much, how many times shares you plotted, what kind of success you got. Correct? How many investors money you got it? Which are the investors you can get money? Simple, question is over. Other than that, your eligibility or your reference check, whether the guys are good and bad or things like that, which you will not come to know in any case during that stage. I remember once I was selected as a CEO for JK Singhania Group. I went through, selected very well. I didn't get my offer for 1.5 months. I checked up. What's happening, man? They said, sir, you're a reference check. We hired a consultant. We paid them that time 5 lakh rupees. I'm talking about 20 years back. 5 lakh rupees to check your reference. They went to taken my passport copy and things like that. That's simply they're taking it. No, they went to where all I landed before that 5-6 years. They went to check thoroughly. They said lateral appointment as a CEO, we don't encourage because it doesn't go well, to a large extent, correct. If at all we need to take, we make sure the reference is done very well. This guy ethically, otherwise discriminately, he doesn't have. He's maybe a good, competent guy, but he'll come and drop my show and get lost. That kind of. So now, finance director, what we did is his core competency. We'll look for finance. Once you look for it, then all other things becomes easy. Generic competency and all those kind of things. Even your conceptual competency will be taken care of. Somebody has taken a share value so much by complying with all those things. Somebody has taken investors, crowd fund, or anybody you can invest. Somebody you can sit with any chairman of banks and get your project funded. What else you need? All the costing, accounting, reading that, getting the accounts all right, all those things for him, it's a babu kind of job. He's got many people to work under him. I'm not undermining that job. So this is how it helps you in getting into the job description kind of. I will give you one more example. So you understood job content, job description, right? So we have to have a clear-cut job description for what? The success rate of matching the employee with the job role becomes very good. The fitment of role clarity, job clarity, expectational clarity become very good. It becomes really fun for the guy to work. It's fun for the employer to give him an opportunity. Fun for that guy to work. He will contribute very well. And the non-contribution or non-adaptability can take your company for life. That's what it has to be captured very well in your job description. When you write a job description, then job specification becomes clear. Now, what will you look for job specification for this guy? Description about the job. How will you write job specification? You will write MBA or CA or CFP, all those kind of 10 years worked in this kind of turnover of a company, not more than 45 years of age, worked in global company or Indian company, or worked only in manufacturing company, or worked raised fund only for IT company. Are you getting my point? This job description will become a job specification. Even finance, you raise it for which company? I want you to experience an IT company. You know that you raise fund for IT company. That becomes a still more relevant kind. So all those things becomes your specific. You are a CBA, 45 years, your qualification is clear. You should have raised fund. You should raise fund for this kind of company, or you should have more experience in only getting to those shares. We don't want. What is the final success of Ambani's when they started? Basically, first time they thought there is no fun in going to the banks, getting a money. We'll get into a vicious circle. They'll give money every time. It will become an NPA. We will not be able to use money for concentrating on a business. We'll have to busy only in a finance GM in repaying the money in time. Otherwise, the service cost will go up, or you will become an NPA. All other issues will come. So we are only serving for those guys, not able to concentrate. That was a good concept of Ambani. So he first went to the garden to conduct an annual general meeting. He told people, anybody give me 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, 2 lakh, 10 lakh. He made a big money. And he told everybody, you relax, I'll pay you. No tension of NPA, no tension of service costs. Is considered on a business big way, made money. Even today, go around Gujarat and most of the places you'll have his picture. People are also happy. We invested, he has taken care of our money, has come back. And people are happy, that's one issue. How he run the business strategy. I don't want to get into the banker's money. This is fact. These guys, they will look after your NPA, your this thing, your service cost. A lot of CM finance, 60% of the time only goes for that. How do I service their money and all this kind of. So this is what the importance of that. I'll final one example I'll give you, then we will move to KREKP. I had an I was working for one here only in Bangalore only. I was working for one alcohol-based company in Bangalore, and I was a director there. My boss MD, he's also a US citizen. He was in US. Now, US citizen means Indian, but you have to spend at least a month or two every month to keep your green card citizen. So you used to go. One guy returned from Johnny Walker whiskey, all of you know. It's a very famous whiskey, black label. Story, you already told that story. So that fitment doesn't come. He may be a great guy, but he doesn't fit to our kind of local culture and a small company kind of. So everywhere, if you put that guy, Percy is not bad, but too qualified guy, too experienced guy. I will not be able to afford his approach, expenses style. I need ground reality guy. The guy worked here will not be able to go and work for Johnny Walker. So this all helps you in your job description. So this is what the importance of job description. Now, theoretically, if you want to see, I simply written for one of the HR guy, very simple. Since you learned a lot, now it will make it simple for you guys. Now, this is what I written for a job analysis for a HR guy. Just make it simple for you guys. Done? This we are talking about for an HR, just for a typical. We talked many. This we are talked about for a HR head for a big company. Knowledge means you want HR or labor law. If you take HR guy, a lot of companies we need more HR. A lot of manufacturing, textile, engineering, or automobile industry, more of labor law. Less HR is also okay there. And in your IT company or consulting company, no need for labor law. Predominantly best global HR practices knowledge. Third, skill set, your negotiation, your persuasion, your networking, your competencies, generic competencies, your difficulty level. Are you going to work with the 1 union, 10 union, 10,000 worker, 5,000 worker, or no union? So just because the guy has got 20 years of experience doesn't mean he'll fit here, right? So that is one. Again, this job description goes. Okay. Now, what is the job specification? This is approach. How do you analyze that? All we discussed at length. Yeah. I written all red color, law background or HR or local language. In HR guys, he says that I can speak only American English. I cannot speak Kannada in somewhere in the remote textile industry. He cannot be a HR guy, right? He has to speak the local language correctly. So again, if you see the experience in manufacturing, multinational, and specific industry, like pharma guys, they'll never take an HR guy who has not worked in pharma. So if you go to that level, your success rates are going to be clear. Now, what do you want? I've already posted one in your LMS. One job analysis Word document for a sales professional. Very detailed it is done. I want you to guys read for 10-15 minutes. Okay, open your LMS. You've not even seen, right? 1 week back, I put an announcement and added that in your LMS and requested you to guys come prepared to the class. And I'm sure none of you come prepared to the class. Correct? And I knew this. Go to LMS. There is one job analysis Word file. About a sales professional. How will they go about what we discussed in a generically we discussed it. But you also need to know professionally how you have to go through. You read it, then 2 minutes, then I'll give you a break. Then we'll get into KREKP. All of you got the document? In LMS, it is written, it is loaded. Job analysis Word document. Yesterday they've seen in the class. It is there. Got it? Could locate? Not locate. Huh? In LMS, if you go to some session on your all the literature, it's on job analysis. Any one of you got it? You can share it with anyone got it or not? You got it? Madam, you got it? Can you send it in WhatsApp to everybody? Sorry? This one. No, it's a Word file. Huh? It is there. It is there. It's a Word file. You got it right? This one, job analysis report. Anyone got it or not? Got it now? Please help everybody. Let's send it in WhatsApp. It'll go like this: retail salesperson's job analysis report. Very well, very good research report. Online student, I think they're sharing in WhatsApp.
Yes, sir. We have got it.
You got it. Good.
We got
That way, you guys are very fast, yeah, technology-wise. Huh? Just glance through. I mean, what all we discussed, it's not that difficult like a case study. Don't get stuck up reading. Just casually browse through. Sir, I don't know what you're referring. Okay, you come. You don't go through that. Come down. I'll show you. Just glance through. Yeah, 24 pages. Also 5 minutes. You can close it. See, it talks about task. You come down. See here, it talks about the knowledge level required for the sales guy. You don't have to read word to word. You are not here getting to that. Just see the approach. Later on, when you go home, you read it for your reference. Not in my class. You should have come prepared. You have not come prepared. Announcement is there or not in the LMS? Okay, no problem. So it's basically how the knowledge is broken, then how the skills broken for a particular position. We discussed at all, but here one they gone into real detail. Then they also mentioned about the abilities for that position. Then finally, you put it in a simple form, KSCO form, knowledge, skill, abilities, whatever. Okay. What is the knowledge required? More than that, we already discussed, don't worry. And he summarized it also, greeting, feedback, and all those kind of. Just have a feel of it. Good, you asked me. You should also note how to read, especially when we discussed at length. You don't want to read word to word this one. And the final job description is created on this linkage like this. The task put in, the knowledge level required is put in, skills, abilities, other characters. Finally, they come to minimum qualification. Not is on the top. This is a summary. This is actual research done on a particular post. How they go about it. This much detail we are supposed to do for each post. And especially for a lateral appointment and all, when you are taking, they do much more than that. But normally we don't do. We get carried away with what I know, Mr. Noel, I know very well. I know this post requires this kind of, and where we mostly get ended up with the generic competencies, then 50% of the time we miss. Done? That's it. You read it now? Read it or not read it? What is it? Whatever we discussed, it's same thing only. For a retail person, they said, how do you go about collecting information on the format of knowledge, skill, abilities, and other thing? How do you concentrate on? That's a detailed work given. What we discuss in generically for third, fourth one, they given like a more research one. Please try to read when you get a time at home. Okay, this cannot be read. That is why it was sent in very well in time. 1 week back. See, when was the announcement? Week back. Saying that for this day class, come prepared after reading this one. Imagine you have come prepared with that reading. It would have been more interesting, right? This class. Anyway, forget about it. Now you want break? I need to cover up KRAKP. Extension of this thing, KRAKP. Again, I will take 1 or 2 positions. How KRA to be prepared, why to be prepared, what are the best practices of preparing KRAKP, how people do successfully, how they mess up very successfully. Both ways. Okay, now if you want to go for a coffee, you can go quickly, come back in 10 minutes, because we need to complete that today. There is no extension. Okay, guys, we'll start. Online students, because you have very less time, I suppose. Can we start? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, what is KRAKP? All of you must have been used to. None
Yes,
of us
sir.
know what is the full form of KRAKP? Okay, very good. Now, what is your experience? Necessary evil or a good fun? All my questions are like that. You treat this as a necessary evil. I, as an employee, have to go through. It's a fun, hell, postmortem, fine faulting exercise. Nothing it helps me. It's stressing me. That stand. No, it's a fun. From employee point of view, I'm getting a role clarity, job clarity, functional clarity. I'm able to contribute. I'm happy from employee. From employer, yes, my people, my team is really geared up. They are too contributing what company needed. There are two strands. Which one is more predominantly your own experience? Now, what is the current status of your own experience? It's Raghu says not good. Or mixed up or totally not good? Mixed up. Mixed up. You cannot say totally good, right? Okay. Can it become good? Correct. Online student. Can it become good? Hello, dear. You had your coffee and all. I'm the only guy who didn't take a coffee. Online student. KRE experience, I said 2. It's a necessary evil. I have to go through. I cannot help it. I'm an employee. Otherwise, no, it's a fun. I'm enjoying. I'm able to contribute. I'm focused. As an employer, I'm also happy my team is doing. But the answer I got it mixed. Not really that great. Now, can you make it great? People say yes. Do you agree with that? Hello,
Yes, sir.
online.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
we can make it great.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree with our both concept, the decision? Not really, the status is today not that great. Okay. Yes or no?
It is a mixed this thing. That is true.
So it can be done. Okay, now why do we increase this? Yes, it's cold. You should have come with a jacket, man. You cannot come with a t-shirt. Okay, that's a competency requirement, right now, madam? It applies to you also. Okay, sorry. Fun. Okay, now why do we need to carry KP? Because business works with a projection, budget, achievement. No business can run without a projection, budget, planning, all those things. That has to be cascaded down to department, functions, and person. So this person will have to achieve as per the big projections done on that. So if you have to achieve that one, whatever projection, budget, or corporate planning, vision, mission statement, whatever you call it, target, strategic target for the next 5 years and all gets project cascaded down from that main function to different function, or marketing, operation, supply chain, artificial, everybody comes from. And from that department comes to each one of you. So this is the purpose of the KRAKP. So which means it's very much needed. Because at the end of the day, all of us are here for business. Business has to be sustained, grown. So this is a necessary thing to be done. Okay, now how do we do it? It is cascaded down, right? Now how do you do it? I suppose I am a boss, your boss. How will I do it? Will I arbitrarily fix it? Take man, Raghu, this is your KRAKP, take it. Do it or get lost. Do you do it? Or if you cannot do it, I presume your performance is not up to the mark. Should I do that way?
No, sir. It has to be discussed with the department and the concerned person.
Okay. Now, why it is not going all right? The first point is that you work out a clear-cut KRA, then discuss with the employee consent. This is what cascaded down to our department and to you. You sold market share last year in Bangalore was 20. Now the department projection is for 30%. So you have to increase 10% more. Will you be able to do it? Can we discuss? Because you know you are in the market. You know better than me. But you also please understand we need to grow. So how do you get? So we'll discuss. So in the process, maybe I say the 10%, you say not 10%, 5%, 6%, or you say 10% possible provided you give me 2 more salesmen, or give me another 50 lakh for another advertisement. Correct. So one is that you do it arbitrarily, then you fail. If you discuss mutually, respectfully, genuinely, Maybe that what figure I'm saying is not possible. Initially you've grown it. So there's some saturation comes in when the life cycle of organization goes. So the person gives you a point. Or the person says, okay, sir, I will give you, but give me 2 or 3 staff, additional staff, or give me some more budget on promotion. So KRA KPI should be normally fixed it while by discussing respectfully based on that concept. If you do it, definitely it will work out. Otherwise, it's like a postmortem or necessary evil or pain. Okay, now what is the best practice to fix a KRA KPI? I'm making it short, okay, because running short is after. How do you go about it? Again, in my style, you need to have a model, you need to have a framework, you need to have a methodology. Can you go by common sense? Marketing manager, yes, sir, he will increase the market share this much. He will increase the brand image this much because I know everything. I'm Mr. Know-all. I'll dictate. Can you do like that KRA KPI? It cannot be. There has to be some practice, methodology, and what are the methodologies? Simple methodology could be SMART. What is SMART? What is SMART? Hey, don't tell me SMART, you don't know. Right on. The methodology is SMART. SMART is SMART. SMART is SMART. Specific, measurable, achievable, reliable, time bound. Okay, SMART. One could be a SMART approach. What could be? One could be a management by objective approach. That is, I clearly explained. Quantity, right down. Quantity, quality, time and cost. Meaning by I wanted to increase the market share by 5% within 1 year by spending 1 crore. You know, everything is be brief. Quantity, quality, time, and cost. That could be the another approach of this. Okay. And what's the third approach? First approach, what we said? SMART. That's a very simple one. Second, we said quantity and quality, which comes under management. The third, very, very important, and one of I will take care of everything, is called BSC, Balanced Scorecard. What is Balanced Scorecard? Have you heard about this concept? Quickly go through the mobile. Balanced Scorecard by Kaplan and Nathan. Balanced Scorecard by Kaplan and Nathan. Probably that is going to be the key learning for today. Understanding BSC, Kaplan and Nathan. You got it? Got it, huh? All of you heard about this concept? It talks about 4 dimensions, right? Financial, customer, yeah. What it says is that in the background of this balanced scorecard, now most of the industries, multinational, Amazon, Walmart, and all, they heavily use in all that. That's why you must know. One of the main learning for today's class is to understand about the BSC, balanced scorecard by Kaplan and Nathan. The background is that 20 years back, whenever you used to assess the performance of a company, we used to see basically from a financial perspective. We'll take the budget. We'll see what is the budgeted one. So suppose today is July, August. April to July, what has been budgeted? What is the achievement in terms of turnover, profitability ratios and all? Or compared to last year, how much? You know, this is what we normally do in that one. So then we'll be happy. Even in my time, it used to happen. Every month you'll have a budget analysis to understand how are we performing. So we used to do primarily from financial perspective. Even today, which is equally important. Without finance, nothing moves. But the danger with only doing finance is that there is called, lagging and leading indicators. The budgeted fee, like yesterday somebody was taking your class, finance directors, when I take he will increase the profitability by 10%. When he talked about KPI, I plastered them back. Which finance director can increase the profitability by 10%? Who is it doing this? He cannot do it. Unless my product is not there, my marketing is not doing. These guys are primarily for increasing the profitability. He will also dominate somewhere by giving the money in time and things like that. I'm not saying, but primarily finance director cannot increase the profitability. Do you agree with me? Correct. The core is he could be one more contributor, but the main contributor is right product, right marketing team, right promotion, all those things will get. Okay. Now, so what it says is that now I concentrate on finance. So I'm a very smart CEO or a marketing director comes and a CEO come and having a 2 years agreement with the company. My KPI has been that sorry, out increase the profitability by 20%. My KPI, single KPI, main KPI. I'll say, take, I'll give you not 20, 25%. You want a KPI, no? 20% I'll give you KPI. I'm a smart marketing director. What I'll do is I will not invest, I'll reduce expenses thoroughly on marketing. You know, like in brand or getting into the new market or a new product or getting a new product in the old market, all those I have to continuously keep doing. That's what we call lagging and leading indicator. If I don't do that, I can sustain the profitability and then improve it. If I don't do it, whatever my predecessor done, I'll get the profit today. Today I'm able to sell. So the company will become Coca. I mean, empty. The pipeline will go empty. There's no branding. Branding image will come. Market acceptance will come down because I'm not bothered. I reduce the cost to jack the profitability. So that is where the problem. If you see only from finance, then they said, no, it's very dangerous. You guys have to see, look at how the lagging indicators, like how much importance given, what kind of brand expenses is done. Each way that's called scorecard. In finance, you have to see the scorecard of what is the budget profitability, what is that, what is the ratio. Similarly, in marketing, also you should get a scorecard. What is the brand image improved? What is the brand budget has gone up? What is the segment has increased? What are the customer satisfaction delight report? Have you taken all the scorecard? Please bring it to the table. That is the second one. What is the third one? Like, for example, learning and development. If I don't put a right kind of people, my people are not having the right kind of number of training, number of retention. If all those scores are not there, again, like say marketing, my company will get into trouble. So finance is a final outcome of doing all. So what this guy said that all the 4 areas take a scorecard. You're putting 10 metrics of finance, put the same for marketing, same for learning and development. Same for what is the fourth quadrangle? And the process, governance and process. Now, like for example, Satyam, what happened? Forget about Satyam. What happened? Cafe Day, rich company, 4,000, 5,000 crores. They become all of a sudden what? They didn't have a governance. They all hide it with the facts and figures. It's basically what? Corporate governance was not up to now they said bring in corporate governance. Who is the statutory auditor? Has he been changed every year? Has he given the report? Now they also come up with a new company at 2013. There's a concept called key managerial personnel, meaning by the CFO, CEO, company secretary have to give in writing that everything governance is all right. The number of SOPs improved so much. The process is there. External auditor report, everything bring in the market report. Otherwise, the profit is going up financially, ratios are going up, the governance is going down. One fine morning, like Cafe Day or Satyam or anybody. So they thought all those 4 balance scorecard from each one should come to the table for messaging the company. That is the background of that one. The overall. Now, why I talk about this one? Why I'll fix a KRA KPI for you? Suppose he is a marketing director. If I fix what is KRA? Subjective, generic one. Like for example, brand development could be one of his KRA. What is KPI? KPI has to be number, measurable, objective, quantitative. When I say that your brand acceptance last year was 30, you should bring it to 35. Your market segment, your market share was in South India, it was 25. You get it to 40. You got 4 products, you should be able to produce a 5th one. You should get 2 new market with 10% share. So everything number has to come. So when that is the basic framework of KRA KP. Okay. Now I'll give you one particular model also. Don't worry. In this one, again, you have not read it. This is loaded. 7, 8 posts I've done a detailed KRA KPI based on balance scorecard. This is already in your LMS. This is based on my actual consultancy I've done for a company, and I charged 10 lakh rupees for that. I shared my confidential report with you guys, and none of you got a time to even go through it. Okay, please go through when you go back. In any case, you have to go through because your second assignment is going to be on that. Okay, now come back. Now, when Raghu was a marketing director, I picked up that one. Suppose 10, he said brand one. That is exactly relating to customer one. What is his financial carry? Raghu, through his own division, should be able to say that my division's profitability will go up this much. So far, my profitability last year, if he simply says I will take a brand image, send me this advertisement, that's a marketing carry. What is his finance carry? Will be able. Now, what will his governance carry? Has he got a checks? Has he got daily report? Has he got a weekly report? Has he got consolidated monthly report? Has he got where the competitor is going up? Is he giving the governance report or simply saying that that's one? And what about his people? Is he able to control the attrition in his department? Or HR department is busy only filling his department. People are coming and he's throwing out. So Raghu as a marketing director has to get a KRE in finance, has to get a KRE in customer, has to get a KRE in HR, has to get a KRE in this thing. So that is what I said, the best price. Otherwise, you'll forget. You'll primarily probably you'll give him only marketing KRE. Or a finance guy, you'll give him only finance KRE. Or HR guys, you'll give only HR KREs, not touching all the 3, 4. That is what we thought about. When we talk about KRA KP fixation, the best method is you try and list down whatever you do it, then validate. Suppose you have 10 hire, 5 hire. Does it take care of finance? Does it take care of marketing? Does it take care of all? If you validate it, then your KRA becomes better one. Now to make it short, I did for many posts, but I'm just showing you this. Can you open your file? LMS. Again, don't say it's not there. It is there, ABC company KRA KP. Go to the 5th one, HR. There are many posts is there. Finance, everything is there. Or anyone you can go through. Any one post you go through, HR, finance, or whichever post you like. The one I opened is the 5th one for HR head. It talks about job description, it talks about KRA KP, it talks about weightage, it talks about balance scorecard. You got the folder or not? Madam, you got it? You people know. It's called KRA KPA in your LMS, ABC company. Those who got it, you can share. Yeah. You got it? Who's got it? In LMS, there is a folder called KRA KPI. Where is it? Achha, where you are trying to locate it? Go to all the documents where you've seen. Achha, you're not able to even locate. Go to where
posted in the group, sir.
He's already posted. Thank you, dear. Where is your PPT and all? Where is your HRM? Where is your HRM class? Huh? Where, madam? Yeah, this is HRM. That's there, no? Yeah. There you come, assignment. And please compare back to this class. You've seen it, na? KRA KP also, right? Oh. Go back. There must be one PPT. They got a lot of material there. The JS word is also there. All your future class materials also here. This was the first class PPT, madam. This is our question and answer. It's not here, man. It's some other file. Anyhow, they shared with you, no? We'll see. I'll try to look. Oh, you need this one, right? Somebody shared with you.
It's in a HRM first folder, sir.
HRM first, huh? HRM first.
Yes.
There is a folder called
Yeah.
HRM first.
LMS. Under
Okay.
course outline HRM and
Yeah,
model.
the course outline down. There's an HRM. Yes. Carry KP. I've opened it for you also. Tick. You got it now? Any post you can go through, preferably the fifth one, since you are already in human resources. I think for 6-7 positions I written. K area has to be abstract, subjective. KPA will be objective, numbers, measurable. If there is anything without number, then it's wrong. KPA means number, measurable, scorecards. Through? Scroll it down or still going? Yes. Have to spend time meeting, discussing, understanding. That's what I said consultancies. You cannot make carrier sitting at a distance. And consultant also somebody should have, know about what is theoretical background of carrier. He should know about knowledge about the business. Or even if he is not in the business, he should be able to pick up that business by talking to people. So it looks simple for me, but I spend nearly a month. Not full time, maybe someday 3 hours, someday 4 hours, or working at home. If you have that kind of experience, knowledge, and background, depends upon people to people. And what kind of information they are giving, how they are, what is your competency, how they are helping you by giving information. Here, the MD himself was totally involved, and he himself was a qualified guy. He was Spitz Plane with MBA from Wharton, and he wanted all this professional thing. So the life became easy. He's a qualified guy himself, and then he wanted this thing to happen. Then his second line people will always cooperate, whether it's a finance director, marketing director, HR director. And the next is your own competence, how you are able to craft through. Like you, 24 pages, you people got really scared, right? I could have done it in 10 minutes only. You will also pick up that. I mean, as experience will go, you will also pick up. I hope I answered your question. It was old organization. Obviously, every company, every position will become different. Every year also it will different. Because I given the weightage down and all, I have not given any weightage. It's all hypothetical. Have you gone through the weightages and balance scorecard or not? That's all hypothetical. I removed all those things. And still a lot more very core things I removed. Only what I can share for academic purpose, I'm sharing. Obviously. Right. Yeah. So now why carry KPS? Have you gone through it, all of you? Are you clear? Or it needs any explanation? Any questions? Clear, madam? No. Clear? Because people are not into now. Amazon and Walmart and all those people, nothing goes without balance. What I said, we need a best practice to design a balance scorecard. Why say KRA? Anybody can plan it. You don't need a methodology, right? But I have been telling all the time, every student, every time, my student have to learn best practice, framework, not Bhaskaran's common sense, not my own experience. Not my point, not your own experience also. You have to go with the practice, best practice, model. So here also we opted for two models. SMART is in a basic thing. What SMART needed for writing your KPI. So what is the model actually we are using? We are using the model of balance scorecard. Now you tell me, now you are in a position to tell, suppose somebody's, can I write only KRA KPI based on all the four is useful or only one quartile is useful? Otherwise the business can for a task. It's both way, cascading top from down and from performance from down to up. When you are not concentrating holistically, inclusively on all four, by all of you. In fact, if I become a key guy in MBA curriculum, no, this specialization of HR marketing and all I'll remove. All of you have to read everything. There's nothing. There's nothing like HR, finance, marketing. All of you, tomorrow you will become I suppose HR director. He cannot say I'm a HR guy, I don't know ABCD of accounts. Can he talk like that? He has to also talk in terms of money. Paisa. Correct. Right, for example, you hire me as a consultant. No, no, yeah, you come, I'll teach you. You take the lead, you don't pay me anything, I'll help you. Okay. Unfortunately, there are many books on a balance scorecard. Many books are there. But the way I'm bringing you down practicality, nitty-gritty, you may not find it. Yeah, correct. No, but a lot of books on balance scorecard. No depth of books on balance scorecard, articles. They'll all tell you what is, how it's important, this and that, it has to be broken. But how it can be broken for positions, that you may not get it, to my knowledge. You surf it through Google here and there, or go through book. Otherwise, number of books are there. Kaplan and Arthur are internationally famous people. They are not a simple people. I'm nothing in front of Kaplan and Arthur. They're two big guys, two senior guys. Okay. But bringing it down, okay, now I understood all of you. Now, what is the key result? KRA fixation between you and me. We have to also fix a KRA, right? Correct? First assignment due date. 30th July. What was the due date? And I also told you how to go about it. I made your life easy. Do it, right? So that is gone and task. What is the second assignment? Let's fix the KRA. Okay, guys, understood or any question you need? I hope it's with whatever we discussed, if you go through that, basically KRA KPI should be broken into in all 4 angles, preferably. Or you prepare and validate. Does it cover all 4? Otherwise, rewrite. Remove something, add something. Then it becomes a holistic, inclusive one. Otherwise, it's one-sided, which is not today's multinational. I will not accept it. All software, everything is taken care of accordingly. Most of you guys in IT, no? Amazon and all, they're doing a wonderful job. Amazon, Walmart, all the big guys, they're 100% they're implementing well. Not only for this purpose, for many purposes. So you better read. Take one core book on balanced scorecard, which is easily available online, and I'll read that book. What I given a script, just a simple clip. So number of books are available. Even if you don't want to buy a book, don't buy a book. Articles are available. Number of articles are online. Download an article and read it. Theoretically, you should be clear. Okay, coming to business here. What is our business? Second assignment business. That is a KRA. Correct. Nicely concluding, na, madam. Correct. You guys should be very aware of me, because I am not only faculty, I am a clear-cut CEO, businessman, taskmaster. For me, everything at the end of the day gets into business achievement. Correct, na? So it's good and bad. Good in the sense you learn something, bad in the sense it'll make you also to work. Okay, come. Second assignment is what is going to be a second assignment. First assignment target date is 30th July. Please start cracking it. And it's going to make a lot of difference in your marks and passing. 2 assignments, 30, 30, 60 marks. Okay. Now the second assignment is the target deadline is 20th August. Okay, have a lot of time. After 21st August, you will not be able to upload. Once I put an announcement today, the software will take care of it. You will not be able to upload it. By 20th evening, you should upload it. Number 1. Number 2, please write down again and again. Don't ask me some small questions. It's a good individual assignment or a group assignment. How many PPT, all those kind of things. Please don't ask me. Write down today. Number 1, it's a group assignment. Okay. It's not an individual assignment. It's a group assignment. Target date is 20th August. First assignment is already done and over from my point of view. If you don't do it, it's your point of view. Okay. Second assignment target date is 20th August. Again, it's a group assignment. Okay. It cannot be PPT, it will be on Word format, because each group is going to work on 5 positions KRA KP in my style. Now you'll use all what you asked me in the 1 month. You are not even getting 10 days. Each group will work on 5 positions. KRA KPI in my style or better than my style. You can come up with some other model, but you have to include my model. It's mandatory. Correct. You can come up with some other model. I like to be happy. And all the 5 positions will not be this. No marketing, no HR, no finance. Something very one. Architect, supply chain, artificial intelligence, something new. Not get into any traditional. HR director, marketing director, finance director, supply chain. All those things, enough of it. Which is already there. So you people will come up with 5 positions, which are something new. Program manager or artificial intelligence, this one, or an architect, whatever you take it, whichever you like. So 5 positions, something new, not traditional. It cannot be PPT, it has to be Word. Okay. And it's a group assignment. Any more direction. And it will be based on balanced scorecard method or weightage method. In my pattern, but you can do better than that. But this much has to be there. Directions are clear? Or again, somebody will ask, send a WhatsApp. Sir, it's a group or individual. How many slides? How many pages? Correct? And the references, you may not be able to get anything copy paste. All of you have to sit and apply your mind. Your question. Now you are answered your question. When you guys can do it 10 days, I can do it in 1 month, right? Correct. But it requires a lot of thinking, planning, understanding the business, understanding the job. And when you guys sit thinking, it will come out. Because you have a framework. Thinking framework is with you. And common sense, a lot of information also with you. Now you have to break that common sense information into this framework. Any doubt? Any questions? Anything on this one you have a doubt which I have not explained? Carry KP1. Now, job description, job content, job description, job specification, KRA KP. Have you understood the whole cycle? Understood or not understood? Is it necessary? Is it necessary to know the HR function or not necessary? Sir, unnecessarily or too much of getting into that experience. Is it necessary or not necessary? It's yeah, then only HR can deliver. Our jargon, no, what is our jargon? Long live HR or dead HR. If you want to be our jargon of long live HR, this is a basic core primary function. If they want to be proud that I deliver, I an HR now, I marketing Raghu is delivering, I HR is also delivering. If you want to talk that language, why finance guys raise fund, I'm also delivering HR guy, then they have to work in this line. Otherwise, you are a second staff function. Like, I'm also issuing appointment letter, I'm also processing salary, I'm also having some grievance settlement, all those kind of mundane kind of activities. Correct? Any questions on this one? Because now we'll meet only after 2 weeks. And any of you in the preparation stage, any intellectual help you want, most welcome. Wherever I'm there, you write a WhatsApp to me, maybe in half an hour, 1 hour, I'll come back to you. Okay. But heaven's sake, don't ask me, sir, it's a group in resentment or individual. When is the last date? It's a PPT or a Word format. And how many pages? You have got my point, right? You asked me, sir, we are working on this position, which seems to be difficult. We got this question. How can I break into finance? Ask me, I'll give you answer. I'm not running away from it. And I'll feel happy to do that. And you give me any information, in another 10 minutes, I'll give you, yeah, you approach this. And you'll make your life easy. There, I'll more than be happy to help you. Madam, you understood carry KPI? Easy or difficult? Needed or not needed? Okay. Any questions? Any doubts? Raghu? Huh? That is what your executive MBA students are doing. No? If you are going to only read theory, what this is called experiential learning. You learn experientially how you are going to do surgery. Theoretically, so you all can take a book and read, right? That will not happen. If you know how to go about it, again you'll have a challenge. Like he asked you, it's going to be a lot of challenge. But at least you know how to start, where to start. And I know all of you are competent, will be able to come out. I've seen the same assignment was given to your senior. Some groups they've done wonderful jobs. Some typical positions, they covered very well. I don't know how they've done it. It means they must have put in a lot of quantity time, quality time. Very excellent one. And if that team and this team can be published as a book, if you are 10 guys and they are 10 groups, and you got at least 10 means what? How many? 40, 50 positions you get it, right? And when I say it's not available, when you put it in the net or somewhere else, it will be contribution to the literature, right? At least somebody will not be able to say in future, it's not available there. So that is how you have to intrinsically take it seriously. Having said it, don't worry about your passing. You all will pass. All will get good marks in your assignment. That's not an issue. Motivate to contribute to the literature. We are here not to do rote learning. We have to learn through experiential or analysis. Then we want to contribute to the literature. That is how you guys should get. Why I'm so much charged? It's not that I read a lot, even today. I read only the Harvard articles. One of your seniors I given one assignment. Each team will take 10 Harvard article only on HR. You summarize it. That was one assignment I gave. Because I drive you guys. And they did it. I think we're senior or senior to senior. I said each team, one assignment. If you want to do it, I can give that also. You can change from that to this one. Each team has to study only Harvard article on HR and summarize it. Again, what was the idea is that if 10 teams giving 100 articles discussed in the class, the knowledge, sharing knowledge level by everybody goes up. If it is executed very well. Huh? Sorry? So two assignment, anyone okay with? Either go with KRA KPA or pick up then this one Harvard article, you'll again come to me, sir, where do I get, how do I get? Little difficult. Institute may not be able to help you. And downloading 10 articles, I can give you a few. So you can get it, but it's not easy to get it. And I will not accept anything other than Harvard articles. Other than that, a lot many articles are available. My only one benchmarking is it should be only Harvard HBR, Harvard Business Review articles on HR, HR value creation, HR benchmarking, HR scorecard, transformational HR, balance scorecard application in HR, something from Harvard issue. Your choice. So what do you want to take? Tell me clearly. This one? KRA KPA? Okay. All of us finalized KRA KPA or second assignment. Done? Sealed and closed. No more second discussion on that. Opportunity given to you and you guys accepted this. Correct, sir? Anything else? Another 2-3 minutes you can ask whatever you feel like. That is why, that's what I'm saying. See, that is why I finally concluded now what is our KRA KPI and mutually discuss with you also. Which one you want to like? Or third option, you come up with any other assignment. I'm okay with it. Correct. You suggest something which is more, not that easy one. That is not the criteria. You make something meaningful. You're all executive guys. You all got experience. If he says, no, sir, this will make more meaningful, I'll happily accept it. You want to have any third one? You're most welcome. As of now, we'll close KRA KPA. In a week's time, I know you'll not be able to come because you don't connect, you don't discuss amongst yourself. If you can come up with a third assignment, which is better than this one, I'm okay. But not an easy. You can always come with the easy one. Not that doesn't. You have to demand, stretch. One of the word in KRA KPA is stretched goal. We have another method in some of the industries. Sir, what is a stretched goal? What is achievable goal? What is the stretched goals? 10% weightage to stretched goals. So you have to stretch also. But all sudden it's a very good subject area, this KRA KPA. Read and do a lot of this thing. What is KRA? What is KPA? What are the methods? Why it's not working? Why it's working? How it can be a beautiful exercise. One can write a nice book on that. See, again, I'm seeing all of you as a future CEOs. I'm not teaching this class as an HR class. There are 2 books are available in your e-books. Your Harry Tesler, your prescribed book. There's one more book in Armstrong. Go through all the contents, it will not be there. It will not be there. They'll talk about selection, testing, interview, methods of interviewing, training, kinds of training. That is how that your syllabus goes. Which is important, which I presume all of you know or read it. It doesn't require people like me to come and talk to you 3 hours on that. Whether you go mad or not, I will go mad in talking that way. You will also go mad, I know that, but you cannot tell in front of me. You don't have a choice. But I will go mad. But otherwise, all said and done, these 2 books are there in your element. You opened it, lot of things are on HRM first folder and PPT. Lot of material is available. Please download and save it. When nearer the exam, they will delete everything. I'm telling you. As you get nearer to the exam time, Either they delete or some student delete. Last time it happened. Even question bank I have given. There's one folder I given 100 question answer. What could come in HR? So the LMS is fully loaded with all PPTs, informations, articles, and things like that. That is what LMS is supposed to be. So there are two folders. One is that HRM first. There's one PPT. In both the things, a lot of information is there. Please make use of it. And sooner you download it and keep it yourself. After August or September, before your exam, they hide it or they don't allow you to have an access to that. I don't know about others. My subject, I'll tell you. All subject. See, that's no. Again, maybe that the faculty changes the methodology also, no? It should be there. But last time I got last moment panicky call from students or nothing is there in LMS. See, like the way I deal, I keep a lot of information. Even today, you see that 5-6 PPTs, not only last class, even coming 3-4 class also already there. Articles are there, my PPT is there, and even your textbook PPT is there. Your textbooks are there. But they said, sir, nothing is available. And they enjoyed in the class. They didn't bother to keep the PPT. Then the stress has come to them last moment. Sir, nothing is, and they also know that my question will be based on class, not on the textbook. You just get into the seriousness of it. So if it is a textbook based it, you can take a textbook and study. Obviously, I'm going to ask from what I taught you. What is transactional? What is balance scorecard? How do you fix a balance scorecard? What is strategic HR? What is IHR? HR is a line or star function. I'm going to ask you like that. What is compliance? What happened in Manesar case? What happened in Southwest Airlines? What is the learning from Portman? This will be my question pattern. This will not be in your textbook, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So better stick to that. Correct. And the good point is that you don't have to bother. If you are attending the class, even 50% concept was clear, answer all the questions, please. Your senior, I just now corrected. I told the same instruction to them. Please attempt all questions. Because when we are giving marks in the software, it's asking section 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're not even attempted. What do I do? Forced to give 0. If you written something, some nonsense, out of 10 marks, I give 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Huh? No, if you do not even attempted, what do I do? Do I have any right? Huh? You cannot do. Again, I'll tell you. The examination pattern is that I am your faculty, set the question paper. I am the first evaluator for you. There is a second evaluator after me. So that guy, if I see that, sir, there's no attempt and given marks. And your senior, I'm not supposed to tell. 4 students I've seen out of 120, 4 students they did it. Even after telling like this in the class, please attempt. They've not even attempted. More than 60% they've not even attempted. They'll fail. But otherwise, everybody written very well. It's easy, and everybody after the exam also felt very happy. Sir, it is very easy. I've been telling from beginning that it will be easy. Don't break your head. If you want to get unnecessarily stressed to yourself, breaking your head, reading so much and books here and there, you get stressed yourself. Or what I'm getting a smart and simple method, listen to the class, make some notes out of it. That's it. And finally go through that 4 or 5 sets of PPT for transaction 1, today's 1, training and development 1. It is already there, all this 5. That's more than enough. If you listen to it, if you go through it once, 99% questions will be from there. It's easy, smart way. No, sir, I have not bothered. Now I'll read the whole book. You read? Correct. Okay, guys, that's it. We'll close it for today. Okay, online students, see you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.